Hi, what's your name?
Jason Manwaring.
Jason, good to know you.
Good to meet you too, Chris.
Why don't you give me a little bit about your background to get started?
Well, Chris, I worked full-time at Marriott to support myself and family while I took a full load of studies at school.
Okay.
And granted, that wasn't easy balancing the two, but it taught me the discipline of time management. And 5 years later, it paid off. I graduated with honors and two bachelor's degrees and was managing a department of 14 at Marriott.
Very good, very good.
I'll tell you an interesting aside. Halfway through my studies, I served a 10-week internship at the State Department at the embassy in Montevideo, Uruguay.
Wow.
It was neat, and because I'm fluent in Spanish, I got to do some things I don't think normal interns get to. I represented the ambassador at a forum on human rights. I met with trade officials from the Mercosur trade bloc, and they even sent me out to the farm, some plantation that we were cooperating with sorghum. And so I wrote a paper about the benefits of sorghum, and that was published on the Department of Agriculture's website.
Very nice.
I liked it because they exposed me to a lot of different things every day.
Sure. Well, talk to me a little bit about your leadership style. When you're working with a team, how do you get the most out of them?
Well, you know, I think often departments are stymied. You know, objectives are stymied by competing agendas and insular thinking.
Yeah.
And you know, we tell them to think outside the box, but oftentimes they're just worried that success is a zero-sum game. If I win, you lose, or the only way I can win is for you to lose. And that's why my leadership style is collaborative. I don't believe that one has to lose in order for another to win.
Very good.
So what I do is I first win the trust and loyalty of those I'm serving. And what I'll do is I'll sell our vision of the big picture back to them and empower them to do their part. This inspires confidence, ownership, and personal accountability. And then I support by listening and encouraging them, and that sets the stage for innovation. And then what I'll do is I'll handpick a collaborative team of individuals matched to the task, and I'll engage them to overcome obstacles and through resourcefulness and flexibility. So in a sentence, I would say I build loyalty through empowerment and trust. I inspire synergistic collaboration, and I motivate through personal ownership and collaboration.
Very good. Well, where has that paid off for you? Give me an example of where you've been successful.
Well, when I was at Marriott, one of the things we did was I managed a department of data entry individuals, and we processed tens of thousands of entries weekly, which was rather monotonous, but accuracy was critical. So we were looking for ways to improve things, and I would do the tasks with my team members and get their input. But as you can imagine, we didn't have a budget for custom software enhancements. So I went around to some of the other departments, talked with them, found out what they were doing, and learned that I could program macros to speed along some of these processes. And the benefit was I got to program them, learn something new. I trained the team, and before you knew it, we had our accuracy had improved 25% on those tasks, productivity 500%, and that netted us an overall budget savings of 20% year over year.
Very nice, very nice. Well, you know, you've hired people and worked with teams in your life. I mean, if I challenge you and said, what do you think the attributes of a leader are? What are those characteristics?
Well, I'm glad you asked about characteristics, Chris, because I feel like the industry and job title aren't something I'm as concerned about as talent and character. I feel like I can teach you about the industry. I can teach you the job and product knowledge. I can even tell you how to sell to our target clientele, but I can't give you those innate abilities that people notice. For example, I can't teach you integrity that people sense when you walk in the door. I can't give you that natural leadership and charisma. And that's why those things are very important. So when I'm thinking about what I want, is I want someone who has a strong sense of commitment, is able to delegate, someone who's tenacious, inventive, innovative, and has a lot of initiative.
Very good, very good. Well, you know, there was a quote in USA Today by a CEO who said, you also can't teach intelligence, and you obviously have plenty of that. So, Jason, it's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Good meeting with you, Chris.
Okay, thanks a lot.